Okay, welcome back to Order of Operations. We're going to go through some examples. Now, I've chosen my examples carefully so that you get exposure to a lot of different nuances you might find when trying to do these problems. You don't start any practice, please, until you've done these with me. And pause at each example and try it for yourself first. That's the best way to really learn it. So this video is like the most important part of your learning, not the practice, okay? So please listen carefully and copy all these problems down before you begin any practice. Okay, so let's example one. We'll try to keep it sort of basic, okay? I'm going to take 32 minus 4 divided by 2, okay? So now, using the order of operations, what should I do first here? Should I subtract or should I divide? Okay, why don't you pause and try to finish this problem by yourself, okay? Thanks, welcome back. Okay, you should realize that you need to divide first, okay? So we need to take 4 divided by 2, no problem, that's easy mental math, okay? But how you show your work is very important. So we're at a point in the year now where I talk about the down method. Everything on your paper must go down, okay? You are not allowed to write an equal sign here and write on to the right. This is the #1 reason why we make a central margin in your notebook. So I hope right now you have a central margin, okay? No equal sign there. Everything has to go down. So what I mean by equals is it equals the line above it, okay? So this, I'm going to write an equivalent expression that equals what I did above. So the 32 I'm not messing with yet. I'm showing my work step by step. I only did the division first. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that's step #1 of showing my work, okay? And then finally, I write another equal sign going down. I write it right underneath the other one, so I know it's equal to the line above. And I do 32 minus 2 is 30, okay? Showing my answer just means a square or a circle around my answer, okay? Now, I know some of you out there that are watching this are frustrated because you can do this in your head, okay? Of course you can do this in your head. This is about learning the steps and showing our work. Okay, so let's continue to try that with example 2. Example 2, I have 9, or parentheses first, 9 divided by 9, end of parentheses, begin parentheses, 7 plus 8 times 2, okay? So now again, we're going to show our work in a downward fashion. Pause here and try this on your own. Okay, if you tried this, thank you. All right, we need to do PEMDAS, order of operations. So what does P stand for? Parentheses. I do have parentheses. Let's do those first. I'm going to do this parentheses. What is 9 divided by 9? Hope you got 1. Okay? And I am going to save you a little bit of work. You don't have to separate these steps. You could do this at once. Let's do the other parentheses. Okay? I have 7 plus 8 times 2. What here should I do first? The addition or the multiplication? Multiplication, okay? 7 plus 8 times 2 is 16, okay? Let's break that down again, okay? 1 times anything is just itself, right? So I'm going to take 1 times whatever this is. So what is 7 plus 16? 1 times 7 plus 16. So that's going to be 23. So we know that 1 times anything is itself, so we get 23 is our final answer. Again, I showed all my work going down, okay? All right, example 3. Let me see if I can move you without knocking everything onto the floor. Woo. There we go. Okay, example 3. Copy this down. We have 3 parentheses, 18 minus 12, close parentheses, minus 5 minus 3. Okay, cool. The last couple problems, you probably start freaking out a little bit because there's a lot of parentheses and there's a lot of steps going on. Don't get overwhelmed when you look at this. Lots of parentheses are not your enemy. They're just telling you what to do first. Okay, so let's look at these parentheses. That's what we have to start with. I have a parentheses here and I have a parentheses here. Both of these are very simple mental math. Equal sign going down, copy the 3, do what's in parentheses. 18 minus 12 is 6. Copy the subtraction sign, do what's in parentheses. 5 minus 3 is 2. Look at that. We're already simplifying this dramatically. Now we have to bring in also, what is that when there's a number right next to a parentheses, what does that mean? Hopefully you remember. That means multiplication. So this is really 3 times 6 minus 2. Right now, I put in some parentheses just to represent the original quantities, but I don't really need to have those there. There's no reason I need a parentheses around the number 2. So you don't have to do that. I was just kind of showing you where it came from, okay? Leave the 2 there. So it's just 3 times 6 minus 2. Do you do the times, the multiplication, or do you do subtraction first? Hopefully you got that you do times. So 3 times 6 is about 18 minus 2. Final answer, 16. Okay, final answer, 16. Great. Okay, let's do 2 more examples. Wait, let's see. 3 more examples. Okay, example 4. I'm going to use that fraction bar. What if you get a problem like this? The numerator is 18 minus 6. The denominator is 2 times 2. I hope you remember from my last video what I said a long fraction bar means. Okay? Because if you're just going to start this, you're like, oh yeah, I got to like multiply first. But then this fraction means division. So how do I divide this without doing something else first? And you're right, you do need to do something else first. You need to remember that a long fraction bar really means that these quantities are in parentheses. Okay? So I can do 18 minus 6 on the top, and I can do 2 times 2 on the bottom in the same step, no problem, because they're both in parentheses. 18 minus 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4. Oh my goodness, what's 12 divided by 4? Wow, this was an easier problem than it looked. Okay, so that's my fraction bar example. So I'm just going to star that and write that over here. Okay, so fraction bar means that the numerator and denominator are in parentheses. And how do you spell parentheses again? My goodness, I'm just and I think I actually got that right. I'm really impressed with myself. Okay, fantastic. Okay, cool. Example 5. 2 more. 1 more after this one. Example 5. So this one I'm trying to show you a different little rule that you maybe didn't think about yet. So 24 divided by 4 times 2. Okay? Now when you think back to PEMDAS that I did in my last video, PEMDAS, I said that multiply and divide were at the same level. You don't always multiply first. They're at the same level. We just needed to write them in order so that we could say the cool thing PEMDAS instead of PEDMAS, which you could say too. PEDMAS works, I guess. It doesn't matter though, okay? It doesn't matter their order here, but it definitely matters their order here. So let's see what's going on here. What if I divide first? Okay, if I divide first, I'll get 24 divided by 4, which is 6. 6 times 2. 6 times 2 will give me 12. Okay? What if I multiply first and take 24 divided by whatever this answer is? 8. What's 24 divided by 8? 3. Okay? I definitely get different answers, 12 and 3. Which one is the right one? M and D, multiply and divide, are at the same level. So how do I know what to do first? Well, the rule is if they're all multiply and divide, you just have to go in order. What do you mean in order? I mean from right to left. Okay? So you work your way across the problem like this. If they're all multiply and divide, you're right. You don't know what to do first, so you just go in order. So in this case, that would make the division first is what you need to do. So that makes 12 the right answer and 3 the wrong answer. Okay, so let me say that again. You just move from right to left. 24 divided by 4. Okay, what's that? And then times 2. Get your final answer. Same thing with addition and subtraction. Just move from right to left. If it's all addition or subtraction, then you don't have an order, but you do have to move from right to left. You can't just decide to do the end first and then work your way back. Okay, cool. All right, last one. Where can I write this? Okay, let's write it down there. Okay. Example 6. Okay, what do I got here? Parentheses. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Oh, yeah. This one's a cool one. Okay, 15 minus 3 divided by 1 times 6. Remember, the dot means multiplication as well. Okay? And I'm actually going to tell you what it equals. This equals 2. Okay? I hope you can see this on the video. I'm sorry for the smudging. Okay, there's my problem. Okay, 15 minus 3 divided by 1 times 6 equals 2. Your job here isn't to solve this. Your job is actually to put in the parentheses. There are parentheses that go into this problem to make it true. Because right now it's not true. Because if I were to do this problem, I would do multiplication division first. So I do 3 divided by 1 is 3 times 6 is 18. Oh, yeah, 15 minus 18 would be negative 3. So right now it's not true. Pause this video, try, and figure out where the parentheses go to make this true. Give it a go. All right, those of you that are back, you should find that if you put the parentheses around the 15 minus 3 and the 1 times 6, you'll get your right answer. Because 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 divided by 6 will give me 2. Oh, yeah, 2. Just making sure. Okay. So there are some problems to give you kind of a range of possibilities. You're going to encounter new things that you haven't done before. Okay, and you're also going to encounter some things with negative numbers. Actually, yeah, I changed my mind. Let's do one more with negative numbers. Last one, I swear. Okay? This is really important because then when you see it later, you won't be so confused. Okay? So let's do example number 7. We will do negative 2 minus 3 squared plus 2 times negative 8. Cool. I got some negative numbers in there and I even got an exponent. How exciting is that? Okay? So example 7, PEMDAS. Do I have parentheses? Okay? Yeah, I do have parentheses, but is there anything to do in there? No, there isn't. These are just parentheses to hold the negative number. Okay, so done. Okay. So now exponents. Do I have exponents? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So I'm going to copy down the negative 2 minus, what is 3 squared? When you say 3 squared, it's not 3 times 2. It's 3 times itself twice. So it's 3 times 3. Okay. What is that? That's 9. Okay. And then I'm going to copy the rest down. There we go. There, I did exponents first. PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents. Okay, multiply, divide. Do you see any multiplication or division here? Look carefully. I hope you see that this is actually multiplication, a number next to a parentheses. There we go. Negative 2 minus 9 plus, what is 2 times negative 8? Now our negative number of rules come back to haunt us or to help us. Negative 8 times 2. Well, it's a negative number, it's a positive number times a negative number. So one of them is negative. I know my answer will be negative. And then I just take 2 times 8, 16. There we go. Negative 16 is my answer. All right, now, PEMDAS, parentheses. So now I'm at addition and subtraction. I'm going to work my way from right to left. Negative 2 minus 9. Okay, so that's really negative 2 plus negative 9. Remember, you always have to change it to addition. And I'll just copy down the rest. Okay, negative 2 plus negative 9, keep the sign. 9 plus 2 is 11, is negative 11. Negative 11 plus negative 16, 27, keep the negative sign. All right, cool. So there, now you got an example also with some exponents and some negative numbers. You are going to learn these things along the way. Just ask. You're going to see new things. Just ask. We'll figure this out together, and the sky's the limit. Now that you know these rules, you can try more and more challenging problems. So take a look at the challenge and extra challenge homework if it's at your level. Okay, see ya.